Hi, my name is Hebe Ecton. I am from Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm married and I have a husband, Chris Ecton, and two daughters. Emma, she is 14 years old, and Mia, she is 12 years old. I am originally from Argentina, and I lived here in the United States for 20 years now. I am a citizen and I love this country. Anyway, I wanted to share about what I learned from interviewing Professor Emmeline Watson and what I learned with this class about leadership. Anyway, I'm not going to share a summary or anything, but this is about how her leadership inspired me. On week one, I mentioned that a Christian leader can come from any background, and I want to share how interviewing Professor Watson inspired me to that as well. Even a teacher can be a leader. I chose Professor Watson because she's an immigrant just like me. Obviously, she's a woman, and also she's a university professor. And that's kind of like my dream role. I want to be a teacher, and I want to one day be a professor and teach Spanish. I want to be a leader that is kind and a strong leader, just like she is. So in the textbook, we learn about the 5 aspects of great leadership, and I want to talk about that and my interview and what I learned. Number one of the things was model the way. I really like that Professor Watson leads by example with kindness and honesty and empathy. She mentioned that one time a student cheated and she responded with care and she helped him and learned from his mistakes. That touched my heart. I want to lead that way. I want to be like that. I want to help students have integrity and understanding, and especially when things get tough, I want to be there to support them and help them find the way. And modeling the way, it's the best way to speak to others. You know, we most of the time we speak with our actions more than with our words, and I want to do that. I want to speak with my actions. Another thing that the 5 aspects is inspire a shared vision. I love how Professor Watson connects students to her vision through hands-on learning and guest speakers, she said. She believes actions speak louder than words, and that's exactly what I was just saying. I want to lead that way. I want to bring students together with a clear and meaningful vision and know where they're going. I want them to understand what is their purpose, what they want to do, and have a vision. The next step was challenge the process. And I know that Professor Watson mentioned that she uses new tools like AI and loves finding better ways to teach. She's not afraid to try something new. And I want to be creative too, but at the same time, I want to invite students to lead change and bring their own ideas. I want them to be the ones, bringing their ideas and putting them into practice. I was reading also about another professor who works at Purdue University, and she also used AI as a tool to teach Spanish, and I want to be creative just like that. Okay, another step is enable others to act. I love that Professor Watson supports students with trust, feedback, and open communication. Her classroom is welcoming for everybody, and she's always available to help. I want to be like that. I am a little bit like that too. I don't know if it's cultural or what, but the expression "mi casa, su casa," it's very true. Like, I love to be open with them and the kids that I would lead and have an open communication. I want to create a supportive space and maybe use mentorship to help students grow more confident and grow in who they are in Christ. I also, well, another step is encourage the heart. And I like that Professor Watson builds students' confidence, especially when they feel out of place. And one student she mentored at a competition grew into a confident leader. And I want to do that. I want to encourage others like that, helping see their strength and potential. Being an immigrant, international, I know that sometimes culturally I could feel out of place, but I know who I am in Christ, and I know I have a purpose and meaning, and I want to help others find that by leading them to Christ and knowing who they are in Christ. So I like this step that it's from the book, that it says encourage with the heart, because I know if we have Jesus' heart, we know what we need to do. In conclusion, Professor Watson showed me that leadership is more about presence than position. Her actions reminded me that anyone can lead with courage, compassion, and purpose. And I'm excited to keep growing as a leader and to one day impact students the way that she is doing. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and have a great day. Bye.